Hey everybody, welcome to the studio. So this is where we shoot the show. This is the studio. We are about to today shoot 3 episodes. We're gonna do our Christmas special and then the second 2 of the Marvel Color books. So I just thought this would be a good time to kind of show you guys how we do the show. So check it out. We got this big old white space here in the studio. We just set up a couple chairs here and put all the comics. The comics are all over there. I'll put an insert of the comics. Yeah, just thought you'd like to see how this all works, so I can put it all together and you'll see how it works. So just watch. We shoot every 2 weeks, typically, and when we shoot, we do 2 episodes at once, which is why if you look carefully, you'll notice that we're wearing the same clothes. So unless we're doing something like this Christmas special, where we might have like some little costumes or something, or like the Halloween special. We got 3 cameras, 3 Canon R5 Mark IIs. The Mark IIs are nice because they do not have a recording limit like most DSLRs have. So where most cameras, you run into a 29-minute stopping point because it literally will not let you record for longer than that. These guys do not have that. So we can go until the battery dies or the camera overheats, which I did a lot of testing. Seems to come around an hour 15, hour 10 minutes. Cooling on these things is weirdly bad, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So you can buy these little grippy things that go on the these grips that go on the bottom that cool it down, basically. But they're like $400, so we didn't want to do that. So instead, we found these little guys, which are like 40 bucks, 30 bucks, and they're just little fans. They sit on the back. You can hear it right there. You can't hear it when we're over there, so it works fine. And they just snap on. So this is not the lens that we usually use. I should add that. So basically we have a 35, a 20, and a 50. And that's how we do the show. This is a 7200. We do not need this guy for this episode. Is this what we're looking for? Yes, here's the 50. So the 50 goes on Michael, because I want to give him a clearer shot. 20 goes in the middle, and then there's the other camera over here. And this one already has the 35 on it. Did I say 30? I meant 35. Close enough. So we have all of them plugged into external power. So that way we don't have to worry about batteries. And we have the little fans on them so they overheat much slower. We've only a couple times run into overheating problems, and that was mostly when the show was still in my basement in the first few episodes. But the temperature in here is a lot cooler typically, so it is easier on the machines. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the show. There's new people, new ones of you showing up every time we post something. You know, I see all the statistics, all the YouTubers always talking about, oh, most of you that watch aren't subscribed. And you always think like, really? Well, I see the stats, and it's true. We have a small core audience that comes back, but otherwise, most of you are brand new every single release, every single episode. And we appreciate you, and we're glad you're here. But we want you to come back. So where you keep going? Come back and stay a while. So we just got these chairs. I just found these chairs here. I want to get different ones, nicer ones that kind of fit the vibe of the show better. Every once in a while I see some on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and I almost get them. And then I think, wait till we're rich and famous for that. There we go. Start setting those in the right place, more or less. This is where we keep all the comics. These are all from my personal collection. None of these are bought for the show, unless it's the thing that we're talking about for the show, but these are just all my comics. These are from when I had money to be actively buying and actively collecting single issues, which I do not have right now, but that's okay. So these are actually full of floppies. These have single issues in them, some volumes, but they're absolutely full. These aren't just props. This is all my actual books, my actual collection. Where's the 20? There we go. Then the 50 goes on Michael, so I'll put that over here. Uh-oh. 20 goes in the middle because it's the wide. And then 50 goes on this side because it's looking at Michael over there. 35 on the other side because it's looking at me. Need to move this over a little bit. Why is this so weird? Why are we doing this? Because that's not the one that does that. Silly, silly, silly. Okay, so we can set up our wide shot. I do not have SD cards, or compact flash cards is what we use. Since we're shooting such high res files, 4K 23 for an hour is a big file. And we're shooting in C-Log, so we are getting the full dynamic range of color that I'm then able to go back and make very pretty, hopefully. Hopefully it's pretty. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Perfect, that's the shot. Yeah, great. This one goes over here. How's that look? Very good. There's our boy Michael. I'm actually gonna turn off cropping. Have Michael on a slightly wider frame. So we will put this one over here so we can see ourselves while we're doing the show. And then also if we are doing like a, tier list or something like that where I have a screen, I'll plug my computer into this and then we will be able to see that collectively, which is, as you can imagine, very useful. So when Michael on that ranking the DC universe and Spidey suits and stuff like that, on that episode, when he kept saying, hey, can you zoom in? He wanted me to zoom in because he was looking at this. It was a little too far away for him. So typically I'll start out with the monitor on my camera because I can stand here and look at Michael sitting in the chair and I can see that he's in frame, but I cannot do that for me. So I will plug the HDMI into this guy and then let her rip. This is what we use for sound. This is a MixPre 3, and this is a little arm that we stick it on. So I just clamp this onto one of these guys, and then I point it towards us so I can see the levels as we are shooting. So let's just clamperini into our middle friend here. And we lower that, put it right around there. Go. This is the battery for the thing. Looks like it's got plenty of charge. That one's a little lower than that one. It's been doing this thing lately where it doesn't seem to believe that it is all the way in it. Where like it sits there and the light doesn't turn on. So if we go, yeah, it's like it's not tight or something. I'm gonna gaff tape it. There we go. Okay, we've taped it good. So for mics, I've got these two Audio-Technica AT2020s. These are cheap as hell. These are $100 usually. They sound fine. Like you can spend $400 something on a SM7B, the big one that you see in every podcast ever, and it sounds good, but this is perfectly fine. It's absolutely good enough. And two XLR cables, big long guys. And these do the job as well. Honestly, a lot of time, your cable and your interface is more important than your microphone. Like those are certainly not the top of the line mics. However, they do exactly what I need them to do. and I like how they sound. I have some sound presets, you know, dynamics and limiters and stuff like that I just throw onto them, and then job done. There we go. That's good, that's good, that's good. We have microphones, we have lights. These will have to get adjusted once Michael gets here later and we can actually sit down, and that's fine. I don't need to do that now. Comics, Michael usually sets out. I'll let him do that when he gets here. So we've got those two lights. They've got these remotes that help me figure out what are the levels that I need them to be at. That's when I also am glad to have the monitor. And then this remote turns on, here, if I go back here, that light there. There it is. Just our little edge light separates us from the blue of the background a little bit. And right now you're saying, what blue? Over here we have an iPad screwed into the wall. And it has an app that lets me control RGB lights back there. If I just focus right there. So now I'm gonna turn on our colorful lights. Wow. So in a nutshell, this is the setup, this is the show. We put this stuff out, Michael puts the comics out and everything like that, and then we talk about it. We have a book stand if we have an actual book that we're gonna be talking about, like a physical if we have a hard copy. In today's case, we don't have a hard copy, so I've got a stand for my iPad so we can flip through some pages. Oh yeah, then we turn that off, and then we have our long box setup. Let's see. There we go, and this is where I sit. Stuff right there. What's up, Michael? Comic books time. Pretty good. So again, these need to get adjusted. They're probably too bright and not close enough to us at the moment, but yeah, it's a pretty sweet setup. Helps that my full-time job is in video and I just am able to use all this stuff. They don't mind letting me use all this, which is great. I do want to say though, while I'm up here doing this, you don't need all this fancy stuff to make a show or to make a thing. You know, like you don't need an iPad to draw, you don't need a laptop to write, you need a pencil and that's it. And you can do the rest of the work. This stuff, it's the same thing. Like you obviously need a camera and you need some kind of way to capture your audio. But that could be a webcam, that could be all kinds of things. If you look at my old podcast, Cinema Lounge, literally was using the jankiest setup to capture video for a long time. I was using two different Logitech C920 webcams, and they had to be plugged into different parts of the motherboard of the computer, otherwise it wouldn't recognize them as two separate devices, and the settings on them would not be saved ever, so I had to always reset them by hand every time I would make an episode, which would take like 30 minutes to get it exactly dialed in. You know, if you don't have lights, then you can kind of like try to do the best that you can to make it look good, but it's still a janky camera. Ultimately, I'm deeply, deeply, deeply blessed to have the fancy, fancy stuff that I do, that I don't have to go to those annoying depths as much as I used to. There's always weird stuff that pops up, but I am wholly aware of the extremely nice equipment that I've been able to use and just have access to. So I don't want people to watch this and think, oh, well, I don't have that stuff, I can't do a thing, I can't make a show, I can't make a comic book, I can't make whatever. You can. It will not be necessarily as easy or simple, but you can do it, and I would encourage you to do it. And a lot of times some of the best stuff comes out of limitations like that. So I like how official and cool and fancy our show can look because of the stuff that we have, but I would still be doing it if we were still in my basement, because I like doing it. So if you find a thing that you like doing and you want to do it, do it. Don't wait for, that fancy $1 million camera or whatever that you need to be able to do it exactly right. Like just start making it, and then maybe eventually you'll have that camera and it'll be great, but you will have already been making a show, and that's better than not making a show. So, yeah, thanks for being here, and see you soon. He wasn't the one in the fight. He's the new Vince. He owns the company.
Oh, yeah, I guess I read that. Okay. See, I don't internalize any of these things.
Yeah.
In 5 months, no, less than that. In 3.5 months, somebody's gonna bring John Cena, and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, his wrestling career's popping off.
From Pluribus?
There's a good one. I think this is my knob. I'm turning red, like in that movie.
like the Tuatha-Dé-Danann, I think is how it's pronounced from from Celtic mythology.
Okay.
I don't know. Don't try and spell that.
Tuatha-Dé-Danann?
Yeah, I dare you to Google that in whatever spelling you can come up with.
Is that, how many words is
Put
that?
it right up here. I don't know. There's some apostrophes because it's Celtic.
Yeah. Are you sure that that's not some kind of medicine that I would see advertised
Dude,
on
I'm
TV?
telling you, it's real.
Ask your doctor if Tuatha-Dé-Danann is right for you.
Oh, 2 a day. That's
Yeah,
good.
every 12 hours you take one.